Hi guys, it's West Coast Arachnids. And we're going to do a little bit of a rehousing with my Psalmopoeus irminia. Right now they're up in those. There's 3 of those that are in those. 3 irminia. And the other ones are OBTs, which are stand. But I found these and they're going to go in here. Not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but you'll see in a moment. Okay, phase 1 complete. Put a little bit of substrate in there, not a lot, just a tiny bit, and a massive thing of glue and sticks. Those sticks are, sorry, I had to reach for them. I got these at some store. Dried sticks. They're all natural, so they won't harm the spider. So there's no dyes in it or anything like that. Now what I need to do is, I actually got some hot glue on the side of it there. I need to make sure there's nothing pointy sticking out underneath. So I'm going to have to go underneath there with the hot glue gun. So I should have waited to put the substrate in there. So lesson, wait until you're done with the hot gluing before you put the substrate in. Alright, we'll be back in a minute to see what it looks like now. Okay, stage 2 complete. Anyway, my goal was to just make a little ledge with a mossy overhang, which is kind of what I've got. I mean, it still looks like a gluey mess underneath, but there's no sharp pieces of stick sticking out, so the tea can't injure itself. And that glue is good and dry now. It's just hot glue gun. It's not going to harm the tea once it's dried. I'm just going to leave that little bit of moss down there. He'll make use of it. He, she. Alright, now to put a water dish in. Okay. Well, there it is. All I did was put the little platform in. I put a little wall of wood there. I made sure that I glued the bottom, and I cut this with scissors at the bottom so that with no sharp edges on there, and then I glued over it so that it was all hard, just round plasticky gunk. Now I'll give this 24 hours to set up, and he's got himself a little home, and I'm sure he's gonna like this a lot more than the other ones. I mean, this is what these guys are in now. I'll just grab it down. Hang on a sec. So that's what they're in now. They're in this big thing. There's all 3 of them like this, and these are the best I could find for them at the moment. But you can see that one's much taller. It's not going to give them a lot more space, but they don't use any space at all. They just go where their house is. I'll show you what I mean. There he is there, he, she. So we can get a good look at her. Nice and plump. These guys molted not too long ago, so they've been eating a lot. There's crickets in there for them, and mealworms or superworms. That one's ready to pupate, so I've been finding a lot of them. But he just kind of hangs out in there, and I figured, you know, it's probably better, you know, give him something like this, and then he can build his own little house like they had before in these little critter keepers I had him in. They built these awesome little houses with tunnels and stuff, but in these they're not doing anything. And I've even tried other things. Here, I'll grab another one down and show you. These are the other 2. I mean, they've This one used to have, it was set up pretty good, and he just tore everything apart. You know, I had this all covered up nice, and so he could go in there, and he did for a little bit. Then I put this little plastic thing in here, and I filled it full of water, and he flipped it. And now I don't want to put my fingers in there because this guy here really likes to go at things. He's got a good feeding response, so we can get him on video. Alright, there he is in there, and that's where he sits. So they're not using, I mean, it's all webbed up in here as well. Like, it's all webbed through here. This guy over here, he's got a little tunnel. It goes underneath and right into the house. He's kind of using it, but you know, I don't like these. And these were only temporary to begin with, but then I came down with pneumonia, and I couldn't do anything at all. Like, feeding these guys was absolutely exhausting for me. Just doing that, and I lost some of my teas due to, I don't know, lack of care. I don't know, maybe some of them got nailed with fungus. I lost all my Psalmopoeus poultures. I don't know, maybe there was something wrong with them, but everything else is fine. Neapolithelliense gold, they've molted a few times. Anyway, these guys here, I don't know what he did with his water dish. It's gone. Okay, he's buried it. No longer tunnels underneath into the house. So these guys are all going to get switched over into those other houses. Just a sec. Yeah, so they're going to get these, and I'm sure they're going to make good use of them. And if they need, I'll throw in some more moss, and they can just tunnel through that. And actually, I probably am. I'm gonna probably fill it up to here with moss, the bottom of those sticks, and then they'll just tunnel through that and web it right up. It's gonna be pretty neat to see. Anyway, I'm hoping they get better use of this and like it a lot better. It's been some time since they've been in here, about 2 or 3 months now. I think I put them in, I can't remember when I put them in these. Beginning of the year. February maybe? January? Anyway, they've been in here far too long. I mean, they're doing fine. They eat well. They're drinking. They're molting. They seem like they're doing great, but I just think it would be better for them to be in here. I'm still going to look for something a lot better. I'd like to do a setup like this once they're bigger. I'm not sure how well you can see that. Here we go. These are the Uthicas that I bought from Victoria Bug Zoo. I'm hoping they're going to hatch soon. But this is the kind of setup here that I want to do for my arboreals. This is just a 10-gallon tank flipped on its side, or flipped on its end, and then it's got screen and stuff here. But I'd probably do like a plexiglass door that opens on it, and these are cheap. I can pick up 10-gallon tanks around here for about $5, so it's awesome. And I mean, I have a whole ton. My scorpions I've moved into here, and this is one of my new Grammostola potteries. She's back there, female. Not confirmed, but it's 9 or 10 years old, so I'm assuming. It's pretty awesome. Good feeder. Loves to lay on the moss. I put that end down there just filled with moss on the top, and it's all dry, crunchy moss, and it loves sitting on it. It won't go anywhere else until night, and it wanders around. Anyway, yeah, And then there's that massive tank, which I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to segment it into about 4 separate sections, maybe. Like just get some separators in there and do up some kind of a lid that I can open each one separately and use it for arboreals. I could probably actually get about 5 in there and put some pokies in there. That'd be awesome. Or maybe do like a massive communal of Poecilotheria regalis, which I've got here. They're doing awesome. They need to be rehoused. And I'm going to try and get some more of these. These are just peanut butter jars. They're awesome. I love them. I want more. These as well. I mean, I picked, these are just Parmesan jars. And they're awesome. You just flip up the lid, throw a cricket in there, and you're done. Flip up the other side, fill his water dish. He's got the same setup. He's got a little raft in there with moss on top and some sticks going up. They're pretty awesome. I love these. I mean, and they're, you can tell, I mean, I did the same thing, just dropped moss on the bottom, put the sticks in and put a little moss on the raft, and this guy's just pulled all the moss up into his web. It looks awesome. It's neat watching them feed. I'll have to get some feeding videos of those guys. Anyway, video's running quite long, so you all take care, have a great day, and bye for now.